Another gentleman that's here, Brad Gant. Brad, Director of Educational Sales. Brad has responsibility of working with the account executives who are working with many of your universities throughout the country. Additional team members, Ron Smrek. He is the individual specifically accountable, Ron's over here, for higher education at Turning Technologies. Todd Pinney, Product Manager. Todd stepped into this role probably about, we'll call it average of 6 to 12 months time frame, and is responsible for listening to the customers, putting together product roadmap for the future. So please feel free to get with Todd and talk to him periodically. Laura Fusselman, Director of Customer Service. Laura's team handles all of the training, the 24/7 on the website, the live instructors and the WebEx, and all of those things that many of you have been accustomed to using over the months. Dave Arthurs, Director of R&D. Dave is over there to the right, and Dave is also another team member from our R&D environment who leads the group in actually building those products or the new ideas and the new functionality and actually getting it directly into the product and out the door. Carrie Greenaway, many of you may know, Senior Account Executive for Higher Education. Carrie's up front here. Many of you may have seen her around your campus and working with you and some of your colleagues. And last, we have Sheila Hura, our Marketplace Presence Specialist, and Sheila's in the back in the white suit there. And Sheila has been absolutely instrumental in leading the efforts to pull this conference together for us. So if you have any ideas of things that you absolutely love or things that you think could help us, please catch up with Sheila. She's all ears and willing to listen and learn. Okay. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to Mike Broderick, our CEO. And so that I do this correctly, Mike, I'm going to take a minute here and read my notes. No, that's all right. Come on up. Welcome. Thank you. Real quickly, Mike is a founder of Turning Technologies, currently serves as president and CEO of the industry-leading response system company. Mike began developing applications for the first radio frequency wireless audience response hardware soon after its introduction in 1990 as a partner and president of one of the earliest group response software companies in its field. Mike has been one of the foremost innovators in the response industry, working and leading efforts in sales, marketing, research, and development, as well as product delivery and fulfillment. Over the past 3 years, Broderick has led Turning Technologies to experience growth rate in an excess, and this is correct, of 3,800%. That's huge, globally. Very big and very fun to be part of this team, as well as oversaw the company's expansion into over 30 countries around the world. The popularity of Turning Technologies to nearly triple its staff in the last 12 months and has attracted top corporate names and resellers as technology partners. Through Broderick's hard work and dedication, Turning Technologies now leads the marketplace in nearly every market where major distribution relationships have been established. In the fall of 2006, Mike was honored with the Ernst & Young Technology Entrepreneur of the Year Award, recognizing outstanding achievement in the development of the audience response industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Broderick.
I found out some things about me that I didn't even know. Thank you very much for being here, for coming. There are landmarks, as being part of establishing a new company that is becoming increasingly successful and growing and doing innovative things in the marketplace. There are some landmark events on that road, and this is one of them, certainly for me. Our first higher ed user conference, and we're grateful that you're all here. As we looked at this and we talked about making this conference effective and successful, the first and foremost at the top of our minds is you folks and how busy you are and how much work that you're doing in your lives and in your responsibilities, be it teaching or supporting or whatever that might be. And we have, throughout the planning process, been incredibly cognizant of that in planning to make this as effective and productive for your time. We have worked hard to make real quality information available to you. Our folks have, and most importantly, we brought you here, we welcome you here, I should say. You brought yourself here, but we welcome you here and really want to hear over the next 2 days what you have to say. We'll be talking a little bit more about that in a few minutes, but from my perspective, the most important thing that can come out of this conference is incredibly valuable input from folks that are teaching, educating on a daily basis in the university world and have brilliant ideas on what they could do if the technology allowed it, or what they could do if we were able to partner with them and help provide the next new thing. So we welcome that. We look forward to that, and I really encourage you to begin, I'm sure you already do, but begin thinking about how you might add input there. Before I go into a couple of things here, I want to just publicly express my personal thanks and our corporate thanks to Eastern Illinois University in general. These types of things, user conference, are only successful if there's a host university that, one, gets the importance of educational technology and the importance of effectively implementing it, and two, is willing to just do all the incredible things that you folks have done here to facilitate this kind of event. So I want to thank Eastern Illinois University. Specifically, I want to thank Mike Hoadley, the Assistant Vice President for Academic Technologies, who I was told this morning this conference would not have happened without his involvement and leadership. Thank you very much, Mike. We appreciate that. And I also want to thank John Henderson, who I just recently met, the Director of Instructional Technology Services, who has been incredibly instrumental in pulling all this thing together in great ways. Thank you very much, John. So where are we? I'm here they asked me if I would come this morning and talk a little bit about the future of TurningPoint, our kinds of technology, and generally speaking, student response technology and what's coming down the road, specifically and practically, as well as where do I think things might be going. And that's a tough thing to do because, you know what, I don't have a crystal ball, and time may prove me wrong, but I have a lot of thoughts, and I want to talk about them briefly. First thing I want to do, though, as the CEO of Turning Technologies, I can't come up and talk about things that involve our product without using our product. But I thought it would be interesting, just from an interesting standpoint, to ask you a few questions about you. Let me say, TurningPoint folks, I know who you are. Don't answer any of these questions. The attendees, I would like only to answer these questions. And then you can see who your peers are in the room. Yes, sir. Sorry?
What channel are you on?
What channel are we on? 80. They should be preset in 80 as the default. If your light goes green, it means it worked. Okay, well, we see responses coming in. I think there's a timer. Yeah, look at that. I've never gotten up and not had this work. That's a good thing. And I saw recently where Bill Gates was doing a Vista demo and it didn't crash. And I said, I wouldn't want to be the guy responsible for that. So there we are. 44% of you are faculty or instructors, 22% are in administration, and 34% of you are making this stuff work. Very interesting. Where are you from? To get here, you're from EIU. You traveled less than 50 miles, 51 to 100 miles, 101 to 200 miles, or did you travel more than 200 miles? Go ahead. Nearly half of you are 21% of you traveled more than 200 miles. That's interesting. Very good. I understand the farthest was Georgia. Anybody farther than Georgia? No?